People who live surrounded by beauty often like to share beauty with others. That's certainly the case with violinist Andre Rieu, who opened his magnificent home to me so I could share it with all of you. He also shares his beautiful music with audiences around the world. But after an exhausting concert tour, it's nice to put one's feet up in a 15th century castle. Andre Rieu performs in enchanting places, such as Dublin and Tuscany. He invited me to an enchanting place too, a castle from 1452 where he lives. It overlooks Maastricht, Andre's hometown in the Netherlands, located in the southern province of Limburg.
So this is my dream.
Does it have a name?
Yeah, the Torentjes, and it's called the Little Towers.
Okay.
I don't understand because there's only one tower, but
These are beautiful grounds.
it is. It is really a source of inspiration every time when I come back from my tours all over the world. Please come in.
Oh, how beautiful.
So you see I decorated the whole thing a little bit French because everything here in Limburg is French orientated. Here we have always our Christmas dinners, and when we are with a lot of friends together, this is a very nice place too. I like this place very much. You know, this stairs, I'm always sitting here. Look. Sit down. And you can feel what I feel when I come home. You see? It's really fantastic. Here I can have my inspiration for new music and new compositions, new programs.
As inspiration blooms in his gardens, the violinist plans every detail of his concerts, from what people are playing to what they're wearing.
I have a dream in my head, and that is to bring the classical music to the world. And with this bringing the music to the world goes everything along. So the decoration, the gowns of the girl, the music stands, the amplification system we have. So everything should be so that you sit in the hall and that you think, oh my God, this is, it couldn't be different. It couldn't be in a different way. It must be done like that, and that was my dream.
If Andre couldn't play music and plan concerts, he might have chosen to plan buildings instead.
When I would not have been a musician, I think I would have been an architect. I like very much building and renewing, and therefore I'm very happy here because this castle is a very old lady, built by sandstone, and sandstone is very soft. So in fact you should renew it always. And so I'm glad I live here because I have to renew it, otherwise it falls on my head. So.
Andre says his home needs constant renovation, something he's glad to oversee.
You here see a very good example of the sandstone, that it needs renewing. These are wasps going in, and they eat the whole castle. So we have to, there's a place where they did the renewing already. So I have some people in my service who are only there to renew and renew and renew.
This is nice.
Yeah, this is nice. Here we...
What is this called?
I made this. It wasn't like this. So it's a little outdoor concert hall where we come together with friends and read poetry or make some music.
And here's where Andre makes dinner. When he's not touring, Andre likes to cook for himself and his wife Marjorie, who helps her husband organize his concerts.
I'm cooking here, and then I'm standing in between of these two magnificent old things.
Just outside the kitchen, the construction of a greenhouse and castle renovations continue.
Oh yeah, what a work. Stone by stone. But I'm proud that I'm able to do it and to give it back to the next generation. Because when I wouldn't have done it, it would have fallen apart completely.
What was the original purpose of this property?
It was a French duke was living here at the time of D'Artagnan in 1450, and he was a musician actually. But I know that I'm very happy to be here and to take care of the old building. You know, it's an old lady, and you should take care with a lot of love, old ladies, and that's what I'm doing.
But don't think Andre stays walled up in his castle. He enjoys strolling about Maastricht, the city he's lived in most of his life. In town, he has his favorite haunts. From the Romanesque Church of Our Lady to restaurants serving Dutch cuisine. People who live in Maastricht treat Andre as a friend. The tourists treat him as a celebrity.
Ja, is dat fijn? Oké, foto. Ja, maar dan wel even met... Ik heb de zweep.
Fans from all over the world are overjoyed to see him in person. Many of Andre's female fans think he's just a doll.
He's charming, he's good looking.
I was happy to show him some photos from a Montreal fan who made her own Andre doll. Inga Cosette specializes in miniatures. She crafts porcelain dolls from kits and dresses them in clothes she makes herself. She's replicated the stage atmosphere of Andre's concerts, complete with chandeliers, music stands, and hairstyles to match the real performers of the Johann Strauss Orchestra.
Somebody made this? It's exactly the orchestra. Incredible. She must be a fan. She must love it.
As I am a miniaturist and I'm also an Andre Rieu fan, so the two things combined together gave me a lot of joy to make this.
The miniature violin is worth $450. Andre says it would be hard to imagine his doll holding any other instrument.
I remember the first time I held a violin. I hated it because it was much too big. I was 5 and this was a huge thing. And I couldn't play. So of course I tried immediately, but I couldn't. And that was so frustrating that my teacher, a beautiful blonde girl of 18, whom I fell in love immediately, that helped of course a lot. She could play and I couldn't. So I wanted to learn it. And of course then there starts this long struggle of learning the violin. I'm a melody man. I like to play the melody. Of course, as a conductor, I hear the harmonies, I hear everything in the orchestra, but I'm thinking out of the melody. And a violin, of course, it's the melody instrument. And it's also an instrument that vibrates really when you touch it. It's under my chin. And when I play, it really vibrates, so I feel it. And that's a beautiful thing.
Andre and his wife Marjorie have devoted their lives to creating beautiful concert experiences. The orchestra doesn't often play what purists would call classical pieces. Instead, the musicians perform Viennese music, popular tunes, and Andre's favorite, waltzes. What do you love about waltzes?
I cannot explain you. I think it must be the 3/4 time.
The human heart beats in 3/4 time. That's the reason.
You can control it. Put your hand on your heart. Put your hand on your heart. Do it. Yes. Your own heart, please. I saw it. But it's also the joy that is in waltzes, always together with the sadness. There's a lot of sadness in waltzes also. And it's not like tagadidum, chugujujum, bam, badam, badam. You know, that's only joy. Boom. But a waltz is the combination of the two, and that is what gives me the feeling that is real life. You know, life is not only laughing and not only crying, it's always the combination. And I think that's the secret about waltzes.
Andre's music uplifts many people, even in very sad circumstances. I told him about a woman from Malone, New York, who sent her Aunt Mary a videotape of Andre to ease her pain before she passed away from kidney and heart failure.
The nurses were looking forward to having it, and when they got it, they automatically put it right into the VCR, and Aunt Mary just didn't want to talk to nobody. She didn't want to listen to anything or dialysis or anything. She wanted to listen to that tape of Andre. And with her final days, we've brought her so much happiness.
Sometimes his music moves people to tears. Other times it moves people quite literally.
I once had a friend, a very old friend, and I knew them with his wife for years and years. And suddenly she went ill, mentally ill, and after that also her body went down. And then 1 week before she died, he came to me and he said, there was always this one piece you played. Could you play that for her? Perhaps she will hear it. And I did him this favor. I went to the hospital, I took my violin, played it, and all the doctors were around, and he too. And she moved. She reacted. So she was there lying as a plant for years. And then I came with my violin and she moved. So it was so emotional. It was so fantastic that I was so proud that my music could touch her heart. She was so far away. And still the music touches her. So that is what music does to people.
Much of the music Andre plays moves him personally, and it's hard for him to pick a favorite piece.
In fact, I couldn't answer that question because it's not fair to say to Mozart that's not Mozart or Beethoven or, you know. But, okay, I'm Andre Rieu and I play waltzes and I love to play waltzes. So when I have to answer the question, I say it's the Blue Danube by Johann Strauss. The Blue Danube. It's such a beautiful moment in the concert. The moment I announced the Blue Danube, there is this huge applause. And then I turn around to my orchestra and we start to play this introduction, you know, the tremolo. And then I turn to the French horn and he starts to play. Oh, it's so beautiful. It gives me goosebumps every night again. We start a waltz, and then I turn to the public and I see the public standing up one by one and dancing in the aisles. And that is, for me, one of the most beautiful moments every night.
And the man's home truly is his castle after each exhausting tour.
And people always ask me, where do you go for a holiday? I stay at home because I'm always on the road, so I like it very much to be here at home and to breathe the air, to breathe the atmosphere, to come back to the earth and to take my violin and study. So in a holiday like that, I study 6 hours a day at least. Yeah, I like that, to be alone with my violin.
For information about Andre's concert tours, recordings, and PBS specials, log on to the official website at www.andrerieu.com.